I'd like to say that they saved the best for last, but it's already been announced that I placed third. So since Charles announced that one of my poems is called On Tasting Manure for the First Time, I guess I ought to read that one. Yeah. Wouldn't want to leave anyone wondering what that's all about. So, okay. Whenever I brought the cows in to milk, I elbowed their sides, pulled their tails, or kicked their legs to make them run. When they moved, I liked to grab their tails and let them pull me across the wet cement. I had my favorite pullers. Bertha was fine at medium speed. She kicked me once mid-slide, and it's hard to forgive a hoof to the shin. Angel was slow, but she was safe, not to mention lazy and fat. She was also blind, and she needed convincing to go anywhere but the feet drop. I grabbed Angel's tail, and my boot said go. Not too loud, but loud enough. She pulled me a yard, maybe 2 or 6, and I could hear her old bones squeaking like the hinges on the barn door. Then a crack reached up and grabbed my soul. Cracks have fingers, same as anything else, and they always appear when a body's about to have some fun. I tried to hold myself up, snatching at the long, dirty hair at the end of her tail, but she kept dragging me, face down, like a tongue up the side of a melting popsicle. The muck was soft, salty. It tasted like, well, I don't think I have to say how it tasted. The name is enough to tell you all you need to know about some things. I might as well say flowers smell like flowers, and girls look like girls. Except the girls like my big sis, who tend to resemble boys when they're little. Spitting like an unpinched balloon, I stood and glared through mucky tears at the sightless cow as though she could see me or understand that I had to blame her for my fall. So, okay. My second one is called Bug Collection. Resting my head against the crabapple trunk, I felt an itch, as if summer had crawled up my front and scratched my right nostril with its see-through finger. Of all the noses to pick, it picked mine to tickle. I sneezed once. The wind swatted the overripe fruit from a branch not far above my head, like a prize fighter at his lightning bag, or an ape at the acme of a skyscraper's spire. I followed the fall of a light green fruit, walnut small, as it dropped off its stem, like its shaking grip had grown tired of waiting for the pickers to come and rescue it. It crashed into the body of a dull-winged bug among the browning blades of lawn. Maybe that insect would have enjoyed the shade as I did, if the fruit's sudden weight hadn't dented its head and thorax like a pop can between the pavement and an all-season tire. But snuffed lives don't have the option for recycling, like wrinkled aluminum stabbed and pulled from a gravel ditch. I took that bug between my thumb and fingers, rolling it over to inspect its green belly, like the homemade cigarette Bert and his friends passed around as they smoked behind the haystack. I could attach the bug to a 2x4 and keep it by my bed, I thought. The first piece of a new collection. Mom's net would work to catch others, 1,000 or 10,000 more. Bugs I'd often seen, and others no one had ever known about till now. Maybe they would name one after me, whoever they are that are responsible for bug naming. Famous, that's what I'd be. I found a cherry board in the wood pile, and a pin in Mom's sewing box. But when I pushed in the pin, the point turned aside, and the shaft bent double, tearing my bug wing to wing and pushing into my skin. The blood came to my finger in a spot of red, but it came faster to my face so no one could see what I'd done. Angrily, I threw the spoiled bug into the weeds near the garden spot, went back to my place below the tree branches. I thought about nothing, only sucked my finger and waited for the apples to drop. Thank you.